It's the prelim headliner, and respect to both men for earning that spot because you know they're going to be coming guns blazing in this one. It's the natural born killer, Carlos Condit, taking on the recently surging, truthfully, Max Payne Griffin. And I was a little surprised by the odds in this one. I thought that Carlos Condit might get a little more love than the plus 150 that he got, but Max Payne coming in at a decent, kind of pricey minus 190 in this just veteran fireworks fight. Should be interesting to see who takes this one because if you look at Carlos Condit, I mean, he's been looking pretty good lately, right? He has two straight wins. He unanimous Court McGee, he unanimous Matt Brown, and Matt Brown's been picking up some wins himself. So tough to write off Carlos Condit just yet because although he had lost those five straight tough ones before that, he's been fighting pretty well recently. And, someone else who's been fighting well recently is Max Payne, who has won two straight, most recently absolutely KO'd Song Kenan, and that was probably the best performance to date for Max Payne Griffin. I mean, he really looked sharp in that one, and mentally too. In the post-fight interviews afterwards, he just sounded like he was in a great spot, seemingly peaking in his professional career. And this is a dude who's been in the UFC for over 5 years now, so no shortage of experience for Max Griffin as well. So who are you going with in this one? Because I think it's going to be fireworks, but I'm a little split. What do you think, Condit or Griffin?
Yeah, I think you hit it kind of on the button with Max. He is peaking. That's what it seems. Carlos is just looking like a nice Carlos. Got a nice bounce back. He is, a natural born killer, a vet. He's been with the best. He's seen the best. So it won't be anything new in my opinion. But I just like the energy Max is bringing. I gotta go with Max purely for that. But it really is a toss up for me. I kind of hope Carlos wins. I'm a fan of him, but Max just looked too darn good, and his energy. It was like he was just very vibrant. Where I think he's just gonna get it done in this one, and I think he's gonna get done by KO.
Yeah, that's a good call, and it's interesting to check out Tapology, right? 56% rolling with Griffin, 44% going with Condit. So, a lot of love on both sides, and you'll notice it's a majority beige on both sides. So the fans are expecting this to be a decision for sure. Do you think that the KO is the best path for Griffin, or ultimately could you see this being a sort of grind him out decision? Because I kind of think that Carlos Condit's going to try and get this one to the mat. We know Condit's, he when he has a BJJ advantage over fighters in the cage, sometimes he's not afraid to let that brown belt go. So I think it's gonna hit the mat. Do you think that this could hit there as well?
Yeah, I can see it hitting. I think it'll be a stand up slobber knocker, to be honest. But if it does hit the mat, I think Max is a lot stronger. So I think he'll still be able to, survive on the ground. But yeah, I mean, but if Carlos does get a leg or two, it doesn't really matter how strong you are. If you don't know what you are doing to counter those 50-50s, Carlos will get the tap for sure. So definitely something to look into. But I think this will be more of a stand-up fight. Very excited for this. Super pumped.
Yeah, for sure. And, we know Carlos can crack and he'll be more than comfortable keeping it there if so. But I just noticed those 13 submission wins that he has and wonder if it's maybe an area of Max Griffin's that he could expose. So I think this is a super close fight. Ultimately, my pick doesn't come with supreme confidence, but I'm going to roll with Carlos Condit in this one. I think it's, decent value dog budget, and we'll see if he can get this one done over Max Griffin. But if not, then sky's the limit. Because if Max Griffin can pull this one off, then let's see how far he can take this latest run of his. Because I've been impressed with what he's doing so far. I just think he comes up a little short against the wily veteran Carlos Condit. So, any last thoughts on this one? Should be some prelim headlining fireworks for sure.
Yeah, boys, check out our other videos and throw in the comments. You guys got Max Payne or you got that natural born killer? Throw in your reasons why you got them. Respond to all comments and subscribe. Check out other videos and don't forget to check out the meat lock.